Yeah, go ahead.
There were many, like there were women entrepreneurs who were like in a community to better the the
Okay, so what did you like about them?
how like it told us that like when women are like around 13 or 11, they lose their confidence a lot,
Mhm.
and then when they grow old and become more confident and more, when they start doing jobs they get more confident. But so when they form a community they could empower each other and come out of it. I like that.
Okay, so how long do you want to wait for that day to come?
I could wait forever.
As the author says that you lose confidence, then when you grow up at some point of time, you get back that confidence.
Yes.
So do you think you need that confidence, or you lost that confidence at all by the time you were 11 or 13?
I lost it in one particular event in school. I was like, there was this maths teacher of mine, and like, I liked that teacher personally. He always gave those awesome speeches about how he always gave those awesome stories, and I liked it. But I was not good at math, so I never did good in his subject. But I heard him, I listened to him.
Mm-hmm.
I learned integers because of him, but I could never, because I never practiced it, so I lost it. But then there was this annual function, right? And I had to perform. I had to give the conclusion part, and I, being me, always have that stage fear. And the
Like others?
yeah, like my mother.
No,
From
like others, not your mother, like others. Because
oh yeah,
everybody has a
like
stage fear.
yeah, like others also. So I was like, the main part of anything is the conclusion, right? When you gist it all up, you sum it all up, for when others don't, like if somebody did not hear the other things, at least they heard the conclusion, they get the gist of things, right? And I had the conclusion part. I had to speak the conclusion part. There was this scene and stuff. So yeah, the conclusion part was mine. So obviously I had to I was sitting there, I was standing there. I saw this millions of people in front of me. It felt like
Mm,
millions of people, right?
mm,
So
mm,
I had to go there. I had to speak it out, but I could not because I just stuttered in there and I just ran off like that.
mm,
So
mm,
I lost my confidence that day.
mm. Then what happened after that?
Sir looked a bit disappointed. He was like, "You were so confident when I first gave you the part. You were like, hell yeah, I could do that." But no,
Okay, so what did you tell yourself?
I told myself from this day on, I vow to never go on a stage again.
Okay. So and after that, you never went to stage again.
I did. I did. My mom forced me to, like, because my mom also has that stage fear thing. So she was like, yeah, we'll go on the stage together and dance in front of with my other
Mhm.
friends. I was like, you're forcing me into this. She
Mhm.
was like, yeah, because I am going, you shall go too. I was like, that makes no sense, but okay.
Yeah.
That day I danced with my mom, but I'm not good at dancing. She put me into many classes of dancing, but no, I'm not good at dancing. But I
Okay.
helped my mom dance, so I learned a bit too. We danced there, and my mom was so proud, so I felt happy too.
Wow. So you couldn't learn dancing, but could you teach them how to dance, how or how not to dance?
Yeah, I could correct her mistakes. I could,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm. So you couldn't learn how to dance, but could you teach them that how not to dance?
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
So you're good at that, right?
good at pointing out others'
Yeah,
mistakes.
yeah. So how many people are like that? Most people are like copycats. They follow what others say.
In some instances, I'm like that too. When I want to draw something, like I like drawing, right? So when I want to draw something, I'm like, yeah, let's go to Pinterest, let's find something because my brain is now braining.
Wow. Have you heard this three-letter word, three-letter abbreviation called CIA? Have you ever heard about it?
CIA?
Yeah,
No, I've
you've
never.
never heard about it. They are called
No.
some agents.
Oh, CIA agents, yes, I've
Yeah.
heard that.
Have you heard about them?
Yeah, I have heard the name, but not that whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do you know about them?
They're fighters fighting for the country.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know. I've heard the name in movies and stuff, but I never watch Indian movies so much, so I don't.
Okay, so CIA has nothing to do with India.
Oh, okay. Central Intelligence Agency.
Yeah, so in which country do they belong to?
USA.
Yeah, and what do they do?
The Central Intelligence Agency collects, evaluates, and imitates vital information on economic, military, political, scientific, and other developments
Hmm.
abroad to safeguard national security.
Good. So, like if you want to be a part of CIA, you need to become a CIA anyway. Do you know that?
I beg your pardon.
See, if you want to become a part of CIA, that Central Investigation Agency, you have to become a CIA anyway.
Yes.
It's not that once you get into there, then you become an officer there. You have to be a CIA such that you become a part of their organization.
Yes.
Okay, what is one quality is required if you want to become a part of that organization? CIA, what is one quality?
Compassion, willpower,
Mhm.
observation,
Well,
confidence.
okay, what else? Something even bigger than confidence.
Mm,
Even confidence won't take you there. You need to have that special thing.
trust.
Mhm.
Mm,
In fact, that
compassion.
that word also starts with C only. No, not compassion.
Mm, curiosity.
Mhm.
No, right?
If you want to achieve anything big in your life, what you need? What is one quality you need?
Yes, no.
What is one quality that we need if you really want to become successful in any area of your life? Just think about this. Hi Nandini, good to see you. No, not common sense.
Common sense was funny.
Well, common sense is also not that common, by the way.
Yeah, I heard that. Like there was this. Okay, I'm going off topic.
Common sense also not that common. But you really need that one quality. And if you have that one quality, nothing can stop you. You will become unstoppable. And if you
Courage,
discover it,
courage, courage.
yes. You know what happens when the stage thing comes up every time, because I am dealing with almost 3000 students in the who are studying in classes from 8 to 12. So what is common among all of them, including students, their parents, their teachers? One thing is common about all of them as far as stage is concerned, and that thing is called stage fear. Right, that's a word also you used.
Yeah.
Stage fear.
I mean, I've watched so many movies. They just say, imagine they're coconuts. Imagine their heads are like all different food items, and I'm like, what? I don't think that works. I mean, you just
Okay,
have to stand out there and forget that people exist.
good. Now think about this. Actually think about this, that everybody has this fear, this wonderful fear called stage fear. As long as they are not on the stage, it's okay. But the moment they are on the stage, पता नहीं कहाँ से वो डर आके पैदा हो जाता है. It just sets in. Stage fear. Many times you and I do not take action just because of this four-letter word called FEAR. It has multiple meanings. One of the meaning is false evidences appearing real. That is one of the meanings. In fact, that is the only meaning of fear. False evidence appearing real. One of the meaning is forget everything and run. Forget everything and run. FEAR.
Adolescent, adolescence.
Yeah. Forget everything and run. It could be face everything and rise also. FEAR. That way also it can work. But the most of the time, it is false evidence appearing real. Most of the time. Is it a false evidence? See, if you're on a stage, if you are in a stage of fear, when you're in a stage, you're in a stage of fear or a state of fear. Imagine all those people in the crowd. They're all like you. The only difference is that you are on the other side. You're on this side, they're on that side. But that fear is always there. It is with all of them. Nothing new about it. But now you have a choice. When you are on this side of the stage, because you're on the stage, so naturally stage fear is there. Now, what happens when you are into that state? People will say, become fearless. That's what they say, right?
Yes.
Fearless. So when you say fearless, that means the fear will still remain, but it is all about less. Fearful and fearless. There's nothing called fear empty. That means fear will remain there anyway, either fearful or fearless. However, the magic happens when you remove the existence of fear from a vocabulary. Wherever it worked for you, wherever things work for you, and whatever worked for you till date in your life, whatever worked for you, it's not because of you demonstrated fearlessness. It is because of you demonstrated courageousness. You demonstrated courage. Agreed?
Yeah.
Think about it. Wherever you got successful, wherever, even chota, teeny weeny things, wherever you got a success, it is inevitably backed by being courageous.
Yes.
It is as simple as crossing a road. It is as simple as that. It is as simple as taking a shower in winters. Yeah, many people they don't take shower in winter. Isn't it? So now what I'm talking about, listen to this very carefully. If you actually get this message, you will do away with fear for the rest of your life. The fear will not have any place in your life this moment onwards if you just get this message loud and I'm talking about getting it. Like what is getting? Getting is something like, say, okay, do you know how to ride a bicycle?
Yeah.
Okay. Now imagine the first day when you made an attempt to ride a bicycle. Could you ride it?
No.
No. But you know what? That you have all the knowledge, you have all the understanding, you have all the realization, but you still can't ride the bicycle, right?
Right.
So you have the knowledge that is there is something called balance which you need to get to ride a bicycle. You got the knowledge. Then you made an attempt and you discover that okay, knowledge that that particular thing, balance is something that you really need. But what is that you still don't know, but at least you understood it. That just like paddling on the right side or paddling on the left side will not take you.
You need practical implication
Okay, then somebody's
information.
holding, yeah, then somebody's holding you from the back,
Yeah.
and that person releases it, and you go this way, that way, right? So you discover that knowledge is not enough. Now you at least understood. So it moved from the domain of knowledge to domain of understanding. There is something I need to ride the bicycle, but somebody was holding it for you from behind. The
It
moment
changed.
that somebody left that, then you lost the balance. That is the realization part. So everything that you and I learned, it all passes through these three stages. It starts with knowing, followed by understanding, followed by realization, realizing. And then one fine moment, you discover that now you can ride the bicycle. Nobody need to hold you from back. You really do not need to worry about whether you need to put the first pedal on the right hand side or the next pedal on the left hand side. You really do not need to bother about anything. Because it's just that aha moment, that voila moment, that you got something which you were desperately looking for, desperately yearning for. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing about riding a bicycle was initially you're afraid to go fast, and actually you get more easy balance when you move faster. So because we have not overcome that unknown threshold of speed, and we struggle with low speed balance, that is the most difficult balance. So once you have a breakthrough there, then speed makes it easier.
See, all these signs.
Both.
So this is all about knowing, understanding, and realizing.
Yeah.
The moment you start riding the bicycle on your own, you get something. And what you get is called balance.
Right.
So knowing, understanding, realizing balance, and getting the balance are not the same.
Yes.
And when you get it, then you don't need any other logic to explain it.
Yes.
Because you cannot explain that how you got that. And getting is all about this. And once you get that balance, you'll never forget it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom found out a new definition for fear.
So tonight something like that is going to happen. So if you get this, what I'm giving you, if you get this, fear will never come back to you. The question is, are you ready for that? Are you really, really ready for that?
Yes.
All of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Face
But
everything and run.
Yeah.
definitely.
I think
I think it's
Nandini,
an
Nandini doesn't want that. Nandini is not responding. Okay. Now listen to this very carefully. Like I play with lot of abbreviations and acronyms. So I have an acronym for CIA. Imagine people who are in CIA. So they demonstrate courage, right? That's the first quality they must be having. And what they demonstrate, what they show up, what shows up in their action, what shows up in see, I talk about a concept called outsight. Outsight is all about insight plus action. So you get an insight, and when you act upon it, and you become that action, or you become that stuff, that insight, and that shows up in your face, that shows up in your action. That is called outsight. So outsight is equal to insight plus action. So think of a CIA agent. Courage, right? Interact with me. You know,
yeah,
set yourself in unmute state and just interact with. So what shows up is courage, and what they demonstrate is courage in action. CIA, courage in action.
right.
If you set your mind in that mode, fear will never come back to you. Fear has no place in front of courage, by the way. Fear will still be around when you are looking forward to becoming fearless. It will be there, but less of it. But when you become courageous, fear vanishes. And you declare yourself right now, from right now onwards, you would declare yourself that I am a CIA.
Mm. Yes.
What you
I was,
declare yourself is that I am a courage in action, and I am demonstrating it in every possible way. It is showing up as an outsight to people around me. You become an embodiment, you become a real life, real time example of courage in action. You will never use the word fear in your communication now onwards. You will never use that word in any communication, not even in your silent communication. The only word, the only statement, the only commandment you are giving to yourself. This is not an affirmation, by the way. I don't deal with affirmations, I only deal with commands. Affirmations का कोई जगह नहीं है मेरे लाइफ. The only thing, in fact, subconscious के उसमें भी affirmation का कोई जगह नहीं है. Subconscious doesn't do anything with affirmations. It knows that affirmations are all false stuff. It knows it very clearly that you are trying to fake it. What works and always works is commands. So when you give this command to your subconscious mind with full conscious awareness, I'm not talking about confidence, with full conscious awareness that I am a CIA, I am a courage in action. You can even add that I am a CIA agent, like I demonstrate what courage in action is all about. How a person who is a courage in action behaves. When you become that, after some time, the world recognizes it. When world recognizes you, when world accepts you, when world acknowledges you, and the world confirms that you are indeed a courage in action. आपको बोलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. They will see that. It will show up in your face, in your actions, in your words, in your body language. इस लड़की को तो डर लगती नहीं, क्योंकि डर का कोई जगह ही नहीं इस लड़की के लाइफ. रमेश को तो डर लगता ही नहीं, पता नहीं. Because Ramesh has eliminated the word fear from his dictionary, from his vocabulary, and he replaced it with courage. And he has declared himself as a courage in action, a real life namuna, specimen of courage in action. You're declaring yourself that I am a CIA. And when you declare this, and you continuously declare it, the moment your subconscious gets this message, it has to get it. As long as it is in the domain of knowing, understanding, and realizing, it's not going to work for you. It has to get this message loud and clear. And the moment it gets it, it will never forget it. And then you can ride a bicycle in any terrain, in any domain. You can ride any type of bicycle. Chota, bada, majla, all kind of them, because you got the balance to ride the bicycle. Exactly the same thing. This state of mind, you just need to get it. Just the way you get balance. Balance is a state of mind. You just need to get this state of mind that I am a courage in action. You just need to get that message. The moment you get it, you will living a different kind of life altogether for the rest of your lifetime. And let me ask one very important question. Who can teach you? Who can teach this to you?
This to you.
Pardon?
I can you repeat what you just said?
Who can teach this to you? That I am a courage in action. Who can teach this to you?
I think I have to do it myself,
Yeah, you are the only teacher, by the way. Do you know that?
No.
Whatever you have learned till date, you learned it because you taught it to yourself.
No, but
Others only shared their experiences.
what are teachers for?
Teachers are only sharing their experiences. They are teaching the same thing to 50 odd students in the same class. Not everybody is scoring the same.
Because we don't pay attention.
No, because you are paying attention to whatever you are teaching yourself. That's it.
Whether it's good or bad, it's up to me.
It is always like that. Whatever you teach yourself, you learn that. The teachers are not teaching you. Teachers are only sharing their experience. They are only sharing that concept the way they understood it in their own words so that you understand it. That's it. That's what they do.
Experiences cost a lot then.
So whatever they are doing, they're only sharing their experience. Whatever you are learning is what you are teaching yourself. You can only learn what you teach yourself. You cannot learn anything which you don't teach yourself. Even if you're taking hundreds of notes, whatever you are teaching yourself is the only thing that you learn. That's why whatever you write in your exam, you can write only up to that whatever you taught yourself. though the teacher is the same set of students. Somebody is scoring 100 out of 100, somebody is scoring 30 out of 100. If somebody is scoring 30 out of 100, that student has taught himself only that much so that he can score only up to 30. He cannot score beyond that because he didn't teach himself or herself anything beyond that. They can't even remember what the teacher taught in the class. They could only remember what they taught themselves.
I see.
Okay, so let's come back to this point. Now, who is going to teach you that I am a courage in action?
Ourselves.
Myself, only I. Forget about ourselves. Who are there in our ourselves team?
The same thing. Okay.
Exactly, only I. It's only I can teach myself. That's it. And the question is whether I will teach myself or not. That is the most important question. It's not the capability, it's the willingness. Whether I will teach myself this. And if you want to teach yourself this, you can teach it right now, right now, right now. Right now. This is the only opportunity you have. After that, you will distracted with something else. And teach yourself that I am the courage in action. And if you have any doubt about it, let me tell you the best way to how to clear that doubt. Just go and stand in front of the mirror. I would recommend all of you to do this activity right now. Just get up from wherever you are sitting, go in front of the nearest mirror that you have, stand in front of that mirror and talk to that person.
Talking to the mirror.
That I know, Vaishnavi, you are a courage in action. I know, Ramesh, you are a courage in action. Point to that person in the mirror.
Yeah, the mirror exercise.
It's a very powerful activity, supremely powerful activity. And if you do it, whenever need arises, the world will be in your control. Entire situation will be in your control. In the face of such situation, when you are thinking that things are not working in your favor or you are not feeling comfortable, the best place to be at that point of time is the nearest washroom. Go there, see yourself in the mirror and tell yourself with your name, Vaishnavi, you are a courage in action. You are a courage in action. I am a courage in action. To come back. Do it for a minute to come back and you will see the entire world has transformed. There's a famous book by Dr. Wayne Dyer, The Power of Intention. And he wrote this book almost 35 years ago. And this entire book talks about only one concept. And then one concept is when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So what is happening is the situation is the same, but you just change the way to look at that situation. You just said that I am a courage in action. And then you go out and see what happens. The universe will conspire with you so magnetically that you will be surprised that what happened in just 1 minute. It's that powerful. And if there is no washroom nearby, the only best option is your mobile phone. Put the selfie mode on and talk to yourself. Only one mantra is good enough. And that one mantra is I am a CIA. कोई मुझे चैलेंज करके दिखा दे. You got that?
Yeah.
By the way, this is who you are. This is who you are. Do you have any doubt? Any?
A different topic.
Pardon?
I have a doubt in different topic.
You have a
Doubt in a different topic.
doubt on a different topic.
Yeah.
Okay, don't get into that topic right now. No, there is another powerful way of getting rid of doubts. You know how?
No.
Hmm? You want to learn?
No.
Want to learn the technique?
Yes.
Don't use the word doubt in your communication. Then how will you say? What will you say? If you have a doubt, but you are not supposed to use the word doubt in your communication, then what will you say?
I have a query.
Curiosity. Curious.
Yeah, that's the one word. Wonderful. I'm curious to know. Tonight's time is almost over. But I'm curious to know. That is one way, one word that you can use. There is another word called clarity. That I need clarity. And you know what is the most powerful way of putting things? When you are in doubt and you don't want to use the word doubt, you just ask that how this is connected to what you are saying, or how these two are connected. Can you please clarify? We will have another session on this one day. So, but right now, I just want you to get this. I am a CIA. Are you absolutely clear about it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you say that?
I am a CIA.
I am a CIA.
Yeah. And you know a CIA, right? The first thing that you need to do is watch some CIA YouTube videos. You must do it right away if possible, at least for next 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Some short videos of CIAs. And then whatever you see in them, you will become that way. And you have to say this without any question mark. That am I really? Am I a CIA? Don't ask this. It has to come with a full stop. Period. Can you say that? Did you notice that when I'm saying, every time I'm saying I am a CIA, I'm actually demonstrating that. It is showing up in my voice, it is showing up in my body language. जितना सा body दिख रहा है उतने में दिख रहा है.
Yes.
Imagine when I take these sessions with students in the school, क्या होता है वहां पे तो सारा physical sessions होता है. They actually stand up and ऐसे बोलते yeah बस यही है. That is the power you have in your words. This is what NLP in action is all about. How you are actually using the language to program your mind to produce the results that you desire, to produce the state that you want to stay in for the rest of your lifetime. Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
Cool. Come back with your sharings. I'm done.
Yeah. Thank you, Pinaki.
I want to see that you actually got it. How will you demonstrate it?
I am a CIA. Okay, probably not getting it, but I have to demonstrate it in front of me, the mirror. Mirror. I
Yeah, that is the first place. That is the best place, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, so what are the insights you received? Like, let me ask you this.
Pinaki ji, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm. Carry on.
My question is, I've been aware that in my life, um, as a person, as a child, I've been very timid. But many times in situations, I've experienced the courage to overcome that fear.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but it keeps coming back. And it's not like the courage is there permanently, but when I'm put in a situation where I don't have an option, I overcome the fear with courage. The fear is there, but I still overcome it and I don't allow that to stop me because I have no option. I have to do it. So I just go ahead and get the job done. But still, that doesn't stop me from being a person who prefers to avoid the situation where fear comes up. So for me, courage is not really something that will permanently overcome the fear, but it helps me overcome whenever the situation presents itself and I have to do it.
You don't need to
So,
overcome anything. The moment you think of overcoming, only then you come to a concept that what you need to overcome. So I'm not talking about overcoming, I'm talking about demonstrating.
got it. Yeah.
Period. And if you keep on practicing it in normal day-to-day life, like as you ride the bicycle, if you just practice it every day for 10 minutes, at some point you'll even forget that you got balance to ride the bicycle.
Correct. I
Yeah.
also observe that if I fake it sometimes in the beginning, but my intention is very strong that I want to get some job done, even if I fake it in the beginning, I kind of make it in due course.
Yeah. So don't fake it. Don't give this message to your subconscious that you are faking it at all.
Got it. I
Your
mean this.
point is to make it very clear that I am CIA, I am courage in action, baat khatam. It is not a question of faking it.
Got it. The instructions have to be strong.
Exactly. No faking game. Straightforward instruction. And that's why you need to practice it. You need to practice it throughout the day. At least you practice it for next 24 hours, maybe next 48 hours. Consciously. In every opportunity, wherever you are facing some challenge, immediately you say this, that I am a CI, I am a CI. I am courage in action.
Got it.
Can we have all of you on camera for a minute? Just quickly our photo shoot session.
My laptop does not have a camera.
Okay. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Absolutely awesome. Cool. Yeah, so Vaishnavi, what do you discover for yourself? What do you see possible for yourself?
I don't have to fear anymore. I just have to remember CIA every time I look in the mirror and talk to
Yeah.
myself and be more confident about myself.
Yes. And what about doubt?
It's a different topic.
No, what about the word doubt?
Oh, curious. I'm curious.
Yeah, I never heard that word. What you were saying, doubt? What does that mean?
I am curious about something. I want to
Yeah,
figure out something new.
exactly. Curious clarity connection. I'm curious to know. I need this clarity or how these two are connected. What is the connection? All right.
Thank
ग्रेट
you.
सेशन. अभी ग्रुप में थोड़ा थोड़ा मैसेज भी डालो, पिनाकी सर आपका ये
Thanks,
सेशन
Pinaki.
बहुत अच्छा रहा, मैंने ये सीखा वो सीखा. लोगों को पता तो होना
जी,
चाहिए
जरूर.
what is happening in your life, how your life is getting transformed. These things they should be there. Okay. Good night. See you
Yeah, in
next
fact,
Thursday now.
yeah,
Thursday 7 o'clock.
Thursday, is it? Okay. 7 o'clock.
Thursday 7 o'clock.
So is it from
NLP.
this Thursday onwards? From this Thursday onwards?
Every Thursday
Or
I
next
do
week?
at this session at 7 o'clock. Face to face with life coach
Okay,
Pinaki.
fine.
So there we
So day after.
work
Okay.
on one particular NLP concept. So I introduce a concept, then we work on that concept. Even this is also very powerful NLP concept
So
that
day
we
after
work
tomorrow
on.
then.
This is called reframing. And this is a very advanced stage of reframing. This is called belief re-imprinting. The activity that we did in this session tonight. This is called belief re-imprinting. It's a very advanced NLP technique. And in this process, what a trainer does, what I did actually, that I use hypnotic language to program your brain. And I also taught you how to use that language to program your brain so that whenever you need, you can trigger that. It's in your control. The belief re-imprinting. We re-imprinted the belief of fear with courage in a way such that courage now becomes dominant. So it's like either you're feeling courageous or you're feeling courageless, but it is still less of courage, but it is still the courage is there. The courageless state is better than fearless state.
Why do you say?
All right.
Okay, right.
Any question? You have any doubt? Any question? Any clarity?
Why do you say courageless state is better than a fearless state?
At any point of time, if you just feeling on a scale of 0 to 10, if I ask you like, how much courageous you are feeling right now in any given situation. So on a scale of 0 to 10, you will say something. So if you are feeling fearful, it may be you are feeling less courage, right? But we are still transforming that scale. हमने खाली scale change कर दी, instrument change कर दिया. Now we are scaling it on the for that we are using an instrument called courage instead of using the instrument called fear. State of the mind ही है, state of the mind वहीं पे है.
Yeah.
It's like replacing bad with not so good.
Got it.
It is still bad, but when you are saying it is not so good, what you are actually telling that अच्छा है लेकिन इतना अच्छा नहीं है, but still it is good, right? Replacing difficulty with not so easy. So now it
Like
doesn't.
instead of saying my glass is, instead of saying my glass is half empty, now I'm saying it's half full. Your angle of
so half
your
empty and half
target
full. Absolutely.
different.
Absolutely. So replacing those negative weak words with strong positive words with a not so. So that brings that feeling of negative, feeling of weakness to a zone of positiveness, zone of strength. है ना?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm experiencing that affirmations are really working because right now I was sharing this with Vikashji as well. I've been doing daily affirmations for my house construction. We're building a house, and it's in an area where we don't have tar roads yet, a developing area. So I was
Hmm.
making these affirmations, and I said we also would like water and sewage lines, etc. And when I checked for the water lines, the gentleman told me that shortly within the next 3 months, we'll be laying the sewage line and also we'll be tarring the roads on your
Hmm.
street and the neighboring BD areas. So that affirmation was quite surprising because we didn't know when the roads would come. For the past 12 years, the development hasn't happened. Now with these affirmations, these kind of things are moving.
Hmm.
Really, I'm very grateful for. Yeah.
Chalo. Okay. So we'll meet this Thursday at 7 o'clock. And I'll share
Thank you,
this
Pinaki.
video. Watch that video and replace fear with courage. And stay courageous all through for the rest of your life.
Thank you, Pinaki.
Okay. I am a
Courage in action.
CIA, courage in action. Absolutely. Bye bye. Goodbye, everybody. Good to see you, Lalita. Good to see you, Devi.
Right, sir.
Bye bye.